Love in the automobile. It's a thing, alright? Cars, eh? They're not just a means to get from point A to point B, they're so much more than that. They're a part of our lives, our daily routines, and our dreams. They're not just hunks of metal, are they? No, they're more than that. They're our companions on long journeys, our escape pods from the mundane, and sometimes our pride and joy. They're extensions of ourselves, our personalities on four wheels. Each car tells a story, a unique narrative that reflects the owner's taste, style, and sometimes even their quirks. You've seen it, I've seen it. The way people light up when they talk about their cars, the pride in their eyes when they show off a new feature or a custom modification, that bloke down the pub who polishes his vintage Aston Martin more than his own teeth. He's not just maintaining a vehicle, he's preserving a piece of history, a part of his identity. That's love, or at least a very intense obsession. It's a relationship, a bond that's hard to explain but easy to feel. And then there's that woman next door with the bright yellow Mini Cooper. Every time she gets in, it's like she's stepping into a world of possibilities, ready to explore new horizons. Every time she gets in, it's like she's off on an adventure. The open road calls to her, promising freedom and excitement. You can practically hear the Chariots of Fire theme playing in her head. It's her moment of triumph, her escape from the ordinary. It's not just a car to her, it's a chariot of freedom, a symbol of her independent spirit. It's her way of saying, I'm in control of my destiny. We name our cars for crying out loud, we give them personalities. They become our trusted companions, our partners in crime. We talk about them like they're members of the family. They're there for us in good times and bad, always ready for the next adventure. Old Betsy might be a bit rusty and unreliable, but damn it, she's ours. She's got character, a history that's intertwined with our own. So yeah, cars. They're not just transport, they're a part of who we are, a reflection of our dreams and aspirations. They're about emotion, about connection, about who we are and who we want to be. They're more than just machines, they're a part of our lives, our stories, and our hearts. Now let's talk about what really gets our engines revving, shall we? Performance. The roar of the engine, the feeling of being pushed back in your seat as you accelerate. It's enough to make a grown man weep with joy. Traditionally, that roar has been the domain of the petrolhead. Big, powerful engines, guzzling fuel and spitting out noise. There's a raw, visceral thrill to it that's hard to deny. But hold on, what's this coming up on the inside lane? It's an electric car, and it's moving fast, like really fast. Electric cars with their instant torque and silent acceleration can give even the most hardened petrolhead a run for their money. They're quick off the line, eerily quiet, and let's be honest, a bit spooky. It's like being overtaken by a silent futuristic spaceship. But fast is fast, and in that department, electric cars are holding their own. Right, let's talk money. Because let's face it, owning a car is like having a pet dragon. It's exciting, it's impressive, but it costs a bloody fortune to keep fed. Petrol cars, we know the drill. Fuel prices go up, we cry, we curse the oil companies, we threaten to start cycling, we don't. Then there's the maintenance. Oil changes, spark plugs, exhaust pipes that fall off at the most inconvenient moments. It all adds up. Electric cars, on the other hand, promise a cheaper ride. Electricity is generally cheaper than petrol, and electric cars have fewer moving parts, which means less to go wrong. Sounds idyllic, doesn't it? But hold your horses. Electric cars are still more expensive to buy up front. And those batteries don't last forever, you know, replacing them can make your wallet cry. Now, for the serious bit, the environment. We all know petrol cars aren't exactly Mother Earth's best friend. They spew out all sorts of nasty stuff, and it's not doing the planet any favors. Electric cars with their zero tailpipe emissions are hailed as the saviors of the planet. And yes, in terms of local air quality, they're definitely a step in the right direction. But it's not as simple as that, is it? The electricity to charge those batteries has to come from somewhere, and it's not always rainbows and sunshine. Coal-powered power stations aren't exactly eco-warriors. Then there's the issue of battery production. It's a dirty business, mining all those rare earth minerals, so electric cars might be cleaner to run, but their environmental footprint isn't squeaky clean just yet. Section 5. The feel of the wheel. Emotions at 60 miles per hour. Let's be honest, folks. Driving isn't always about logic and practicality, it's about feeling, about sensation, about the sheer joy of being behind the wheel. And that's where things get interesting. Petrol cars, with their growling engines and tactile gear changes, offer a visceral, connected driving experience. You feel the engine's power, you hear the roar as you accelerate, you feel the road beneath you. It's a symphony of sensations. Electric cars, on the other hand, are eerily quiet. It's like driving a luxury refrigerator. Smooth, silent, efficient. But where's the drama? Where's the soul? Some people love the serene silence, the effortless acceleration. Others miss the roar of the engine, the feeling of being connected to the mechanical heart of the machine. It's a matter of personal preference, really. Section 6. To charge or to fill? That is the question, and other Shakespearean dilemmas. The great debate, to charge or to fill. It's a question that has become increasingly relevant in our modern world. It's the modern-day equivalent of to be or not to be, isn't it? A dilemma that many of us face as we consider the future of our transportation. Okay, maybe not, but it's still a big decision. One that involves weighing convenience, cost, and environmental impact. With a petrol car, it's simple. The process is straightforward and familiar. Run out of fuel, pull into a petrol station, fill up, pay, and you're on your way. 5 minutes tops. It's a routine we've all grown accustomed to. Electric cars, not so much. The experience can be quite different and sometimes frustrating. Finding a charging station can be like searching for the Holy Grail. It's not always easy, especially in areas with limited infrastructure. And once you've found one, you're in for a bit of a wait. Charging takes time and patience is required. Even with fast chargers, it takes longer than filling up a petrol tank. This can be a significant inconvenience for those in a hurry. Now, some people don't mind the wait. They see it as an opportunity to relax and take a break from their busy lives. They use it to catch up on emails, get some work done, or simply enjoy a moment of peace. Others might read a book, take a nap, or find other ways to pass the time. However, not everyone is so patient. They pace, they check their watches, and they start muttering about the decline of civilization. The wait can be a real test of patience for some. Section 7. But what about addressing the elephants in the room? They probably drive SUVs. Now I know what you're thinking, but Jeremy, I hear you cry. What about all the other stuff? What about range anxiety? What about the limited choice of electric cars? What about the fact that you can't take an electric car on a cross-continental road trip without having to remortgage your house to pay for the charging costs? All valid points, my friends. Electric cars aren't perfect, they have their limitations. Range anxiety is real, especially if you live in a remote area with limited charging infrastructure. And yes, the choice of electric cars is still lagging behind petrol cars. But things are changing, and fast. Battery technology is improving, charging infrastructure is expanding, and more electric car models are hitting the market. Section 8. The verdict. It's not about right or wrong, it's about you. So, there you have it. We've explored the ins and outs of both petrol and electric cars, delving into their strengths and weaknesses. The battle of the cars, petrol versus electric, has been a hot topic for years now. It's a close one, isn't it? Both sides have compelling arguments and passionate supporters. Both sides have their pros and cons. Petrol cars offer that classic driving experience, while electric cars promise a cleaner, quieter ride. But here's the thing, there's no right or wrong answer. It's all about what suits you best. It all depends on your individual needs, preferences, and driving habits. Are you someone who loves long road trips, or do you mostly drive around the city? If you're a die-hard petrolhead who lives for the roar of the engine and the thrill of the open road, then stick with what you know. There's no shame in that. Embrace the power and the tradition that comes with petrol cars. There's no shame in that. After all, petrol cars have been around for over a century and have a proven track record. But if you're looking for a more environmentally friendly option, something that aligns with a sustainable future, if you do mostly city driving, where electric cars truly shine with their efficiency and low emissions, and if you're not afraid of a little bit of change, embracing new technology and the future of transportation, then an electric car might just be the way to go. They offer a glimpse into the future of driving. The future is electric, they say. But the present? The present is still a bit of a petrol-powered party. Well, the present is still a bit of a petrol-powered party. Car enthusiasts gather, sharing their love for the classics. So, choose your weapon wisely, my friends, and enjoy the ride. Whether it's the nostalgic hum of a petrol engine or the futuristic whir of an electric motor, the choice is yours.